Based off of our understanding of James Gleick's time travel, we have understood that there is not one true way of traveling through time, but rather a collection of theories and methods that lead to similar outcomes. In order to better our understanding of this concept, we decided to interview Professor Zuev, who teaches math, Dr. Willis, who teaches history, and Instructor Lasley, our English teacher.
Dr. Aaron Willis, a history professor at Santa Clara University, when confronted with these questions of time travel, takes a different approach to the subject. He believes, like many others, that the way time travel is shown throughout pop culture is not attainable. On the other hand, he sees time travel through communities and individuals. He understands time travel to be an everlasting branching of ideas rather than linear. Dr. Willis believes time to be an agent of change, as ideas are based in the moment and are altered as time goes on. He also claims that history does not agree with time, as context plays a large role in determining whether or not concepts remain the same throughout every period. With this, he begs the question of whether or not ideas are concrete within their time or are subject to change.
So we've been talking about X, Y, and Z. 3 coordinate planes, 3 dimensions. When you're talking about time travel, it's basically adding a 4th dimension to that setup. You no longer have X, Y, and Z, you also have T in your vector. So the vector that represents, you have 3 components of each vector, then time would be the 4th component.
Zuev states that on the basic level, time is the 4th component of our X, Y, and Z vector in the 4th dimension. By just looking up at the stars, you are essentially traveling through time, and here's how. Light travels at a certain speed, and for objects that are relatively far away from Earth, we have generalized the speed into something called a light year. So, Zuev explains how if we were to look at a star in our night sky, and that star was approximately 8 light years away from Earth, that means it would take light from the star 8 years to reach Earth. In this way, we are able to travel through time as we are seeing light from the past in our night sky.
From a literary perspective, it's usually a way to kind of present a different world or to critique something that's going on in a modern setting by discussing it either in the past or in the future. Our perception of time has changed through the centuries, and so I don't think it's real, but our understanding of it is going to differ depending on our knowledge base or where we're from or how we're conceiving of it.
For Professor Lasley, his understanding of time travel comes through a literary perspective rather than a scientific perspective. In literary works, Lasley explains how time travel is used to present a different world or critique something that is going on in a modern setting by discussing it either in the past or in the future. Although Lasley would like to say that time travel is possible, he's unsure of how something so complex could be made possible within our 3-dimensional world, as we do not have access to anything higher than the 3rd dimension. He emphasizes that time is both relative and real, and since our knowledge and understanding of time has grown and is still growing to this day, our perception of time has changed and will continue to change through the centuries.